Hello, Storytime friends. I am Miss Michelle, and I'm so happy to be here. Now let's continue our theme of Miss Michelle's favorites. That way I get to share with you my most favorite books. And for today, our story is After the Fall, How Humpty Dumpty Got Back Up Again by Dan Santak. After the Fall, How Humpty Dumpty Got Back Up Again. My name is Humpty Dumpty. This was my favorite spot high up on the wall. I know, it's an odd place for an egg to be, but I loved being close to the birds. Then one day, I fell. I'm sort of famous for that part. Folks called it the Great Fall, which sounds a little grand. It was just an accident, but it changed my life. Fortunately, all the king's men managed to put me back together again. Well, most of me. There were some parts that couldn't be healed with bandages and glue. I was feeling very sad. His heart is broken. After that day, I became afraid of heights. I was so scared that it kept me from enjoying some of my favorite things. He can't get to his favorite cereal. I walked past the wall every day, and I would think about climbing that ladder again. I really missed the birds and being high above the city, but I could never do it because I knew that accidents can happen. I eventually settled for watching the birds from the ground. It wasn't the same, but it was better than nothing. Then one day, an idea flew by. Making planes was harder than I thought. It was easy to get cuts and scratches. But day after day, I kept trying and trying. He didn't give up until I got it just right. Look at that beauty. My plane was perfect, and it flew like nothing could stop it. I hadn't felt that happy in a long time. It wasn't the same as being up in the sky with the birds, but it was close enough. Unfortunately, accidents happen. Uh-oh. They always do. Where's that plane going? Stuck on top of the wall, now what? I almost walked away again, but then I thought about all the time I'd spent working on my plane and all the other things I'd missed. I decided I was going to climb that wall. But the higher I got, the more nervous I felt. I didn't want to admit it. I was terrified. I didn't look up. I didn't look down. I just kept climbing, one step at a time. Until I was no longer afraid. Look at him go. He made it. Maybe now you won't think of me as that egg who is famous for falling. Crack, 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 crack. Hopefully you'll remember me as the egg who got back up. His shell is cracking. What's happening? He hatched and learned how to fly. The end. Life begins when you get back up. See you next time, Storytime friends.